you for those of you who've tuned in to Radio 1 International. This is your new pal, Pallavi. And today it's all about wellness whack hacks. And the guest that I have here with me in the studios is one of the most reputed celebrity dermatologists in the country that we have right now. It's Dr. Rashmi Shetty, and there you are. Hello and a warm welcome to you.
Thank you, Pallavi.
How's it going?
Absolutely loving the vibe that you're creating here. Chirpy, happy, and you have a sweet voice. So I'm looking forward for this interview.
The voice is such an integral part of my job, so I have to always keep it uptight.
Yeah.
But amidst this growing AQI levels in metro cities and the surge in construction levels, how do we protect it from this surge in pollution, especially in Bombay sitting here? Oh my God.
We can't wish the pollution away. So the first thing you need to learn is hacks how to live with it. One, like you said, for the internal health, you end up using a mask.
Yeah.
Gone are the days that you walk around without a mask. So a mask is a beautiful thing to wear.
Yeah.
Not only does it protect your lungs, so you're inhaling a little better air than what you're inhaling without the mask.
Yeah.
It's also protecting your face from sun, pollution, dust particles which are touching your skin. And another very important thing is never touch your face. Because your hand...
Which is, I feel, the most difficult thing to do.
I know.
The minute a pimple pops, I'm just become so picky.
Yeah.
I don't know what pleasure we get by doing that. It's just causing harm, but...
So it's not just when you have a pimple. Just don't touch your face.
Yeah.
Just don't touch your face and hair. Because the hands are something, as much as you can monitor them, think about them, you still touch your phone, you still touch your table, you still touch everything around. And then you end up touching your face. First thing you do is do not touch your face. Second thing, get yourself a great face wash from your doctor, depending on your skin type, and wash your face 3 times a day.
3 times, you say?
Yeah, 3 times a day, especially if you're in Bombay. Humidity and dust both will kill you.
Yeah.
So if you are in a very dry dust climate and your skin is dry, maybe 2 times is enough.
Okay.
But if you have an oily skin, then 3 times is good.
Okay.
The second important thing you must do, or the third, first is hand, I said, so then you wash your face. The third is to keep your scalp clean. A lot of us think that if I wash my hair with the shampoo, the hair fall increases. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's the opposite. In fact, we'll get to that question later. But what's important is to wash your scalp and keep it clean.
Okay, because the dandruff causes acne.
Inflammation, and that can then cause more acne and hair fall.
So you did tell us a lot about what are the do's, but what are the don'ts that we should do, that we should not do for healthier skin?
So the most important thing that we forget, hardly 20-30% of what shows up on your skin is genetics. Everything else is guided by what you do. So you can actually have a good skin because of yourself. So first important thing is lifestyle. When I say lifestyle, first thing is, of course, your sleep, your food, and your other habits, let's say. So
I like how you said other habits. Because those other habits are the main thing that sort of
also
screws us.
No, yes, though you may think like that, I'd say something as simple as sleep is very important. I'm not saying go ahead and smoke and drink and do what you want to, but I'm saying even if you were to indulge a little bit, if you get your basics right, you can go a long way.
Yeah.
So your basics is your sleep, your hygiene, and what you put into your mouth. 3 basic things.
When summer comes, I start getting these red patches on my skin a lot. And then I start wondering, though I'm keeping up with my diet, but I think the weather's literally acting against my skin a lot, and I get these inflammation. So how to sort of fight and tackle that body heat and inflammation?
I'm glad you used the word heat and inflammation together. So for a layman, inflammation is heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they say, oh, there's a lot of heat in my body, so it's all erupting. It only means inflammation in your body. Enough studies internationally, globally, has proved everything. Whether it is your aging, whether it is your acne, whether it is your eczema, whether it is your irritation, hair fall, everything stems from inflammation. I can tell you 10 things what's happening in your body, but what's making it happen is inflammation. And what triggers your inflammation usually is an oxidative stress.
Okay.
So if you can internally, like you said, control your oxidative stress and your inflammation. Firstly, oxidative stress, therefore you're actually quenching the free radical damage.
Right.
In addition, other forms of inflammation also, if you can curb a lot of things. So therefore, I really highly recommend what I call it as oral sunscreens.
Okay, and could you explain that to our listeners and viewers?
So oral sunscreen is, what are we scared of that sun does to us? let's say pigmentation, let's say speeding up aging, tanning, all sorts of irritation on the skin, right?
Yes.
Now, all of this is triggered by the inflammation and the free radical damage the sun causes. Internally, if I were to stop it, I would be so happier, right? But how many of us really tell me, apply that much sunscreen? Firstly, 2-finger sunscreen you need to apply. It makes you already sticky and in this weather.
And very oily. To the ones who already have oily
Whatever you put, it will still make you oily, right? However good the cream is.
Yeah.
And then imagine in the set, it is all flowing out.
Because the foundation also doesn't set after you put the oily sunscreen.
And plus, I see men coming and saying, but doc, we sweat and it's finished. How often can you keep reapplying? So you do something internally. So one is an antioxidant. Something like a concoction of glutathione, of zeaxanthin, of lutein. So when I'm saying this, please don't jump up and take this popular effervescent pills that you're getting. Supplement today has become such a market. Beware. And no, don't just fall for advertisements and look for legit things with doctors, scientific formulators behind it, which is very important. Tablet is always the best form. So you end up taking an antioxidant. An anti-inflammatory is like milk thistle, our tulsi, our ginger, our pepper, which we call piperine, our haldi, which we call
these homegrown organic remedies.
All of these things are so important. Curcumin, famous all across the world. Haldi, which we use every day. So you use a combination of these in a pill format, again, is a fabulous anti-inflammatory.
So instead of jumping directly to the solutions, which I will come to you for that, do you want to talk to us about what are the actual root cause and why do girls experience so much hair fall, especially during their early 20s for some reason?
Like you said, let's start with the simpler things first. Firstly, hairstyling habits. One, you refuse to wash your hair. I have mamas bringing in the early 20s or the late teens and saying she just refuses to wash her hair.
Is once a week enough?
Not at all. Not at all. In a place like Bombay, you're saying there's so much pollution. Right? We started off this video saying pollution.
I feel there's this one myth that comes to my mind immediately when you say, once a week is not enough, because back in the day, I don't know, my parents told me that you can't wash your hair a lot also because it leads to hair fall.
No.
So I think this is a big myth.
That's a big myth. So why do you wash your hair? To keep the hair and scalp clean. Don't forget there's a scalp there. To keep your scalp clean, right? So a lot of us have dry hair but oily scalp. So you need to understand that your scalp needs to be clean. The minute you can touch your scalp and feel sticky or scratch your scalp and you know that things are filling in your nail bed, or you already have like a acne or a textured skin on your chest, on your back, on your shoulder, forehead, cheeks, all of these places or any one of these places, you know that the most easiest thing could be scalp not being clean.
And why does that itchiness and dry dead skin cells comes out of the scalp in the first place?
Because like the body exfoliates and throws out dead skin, the skin on the hair head also throws out. It's just a skin at the end of the day. But there we are very rich in oil glands. So there's a lot of oil secretion that happens, which is our own sebaceous secretion. And the dandruff or the normal yeast, which is already there, feeds on the stearic acid, which is the fatty acid in your oil gland. Now there's so much oil sitting there and they start dominating and yeast starts growing a lot and there is dandruff, which then is also inflammatory. Excess fatty solution there is also inflammatory. So if we are trying to cut down inflammation, you need to simply wash your hair.
Well, that was lovely. Thank you so much for today. It was such an informative, fueled, power-packed episode. I'm sure our listeners and viewers are taking notes and you should go and apply it right away. But if it doesn't really happen, this is the person you should come to right away. Thank you so much. That was Rashmi Shetty at Wellness Whack Hacks for today. I'll be back soon.
And listen, she has a great voice. I am killing and tempting her to sing. You should also do the same.
You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you for today.
One world, your station. Radio 1.